Imagine a heart so fragile, it's made of pure glass. And every time someone lies, even the smallest lie, a tiny crack appears. You can't hear it, you can't see it right away, but the heart feels it. It remembers. This story begins on a cold Tuesday morning, when the black-faced sister, gentle, honest, kind, found a small glass pendant lying under her pillow. It glowed like it had a heartbeat of its own. She didn't know who placed it there, or why it felt warm when she touched it, but she did know one thing. The moment she wore it, she felt every emotion in the house: love, fear, truth, and lies. And the first crack appeared the moment her white-faced sister, arrogant, sharp-tongued, and beautifully cruel, said, "I didn't do anything." But she did. And with that lie, the pendant glowed red and cracked. A tiny reminder that truth protects the heart, and lies destroy it one fracture at a time. But what neither sister knew was that once the final lie is spoken, the pendant doesn't just break. Something else breaks with it. Something alive. And today, that glass heart is dangerously close to shattering. The morning light slipped through the thin curtains, falling softly across the kind sister's face as she woke up. She stretched slowly, rubbing the sleep from her eyes, unaware that today her entire world was about to shift. As she slid her hand under her pillow, her fingers brushed against something cold, yet somehow warm, like it carried a pulse. She pulled out a delicate pendant shaped like a heart, transparent as morning dew, its surface shimmering like it held 1,000 unspoken truths. She sat up, confused but strangely drawn to it. The moment she held it properly, the glass heart glowed faintly, as if welcoming her touch. She didn't know who placed it there. She didn't know what it meant, but she felt a connection so instant and so intense that it felt almost alive. She clasped it around her neck, letting the cool glass settle against her skin. That was the moment she sensed it. The shift in the air, the whisper of emotions under the steady silence of the house. A sudden sadness from the hallway, a sharp burst of irritation from the kitchen, a quiet, hidden guilt lingering like a shadow. She didn't know how she sensed these things, but she did. The pendant pulsed lightly, almost like a heartbeat syncing with hers. Downstairs, the white-faced sister was already awake, standing in front of the mirror, adjusting her flawless hair with practiced arrogance. Her expression was as sharp as her tone, and the house already felt her mood. She heard footsteps on the stairs and rolled her eyes even before seeing her. The kind sister walked in, the pendant glistening against her skin. "Where did you get that?" the rude sister snapped. "I found it," the kind sister replied softly. "You stole it from my drawer, didn't you?" The words cut deeper than the pendant's glow. "No, I didn't." The rude sister's eyes narrowed. "Well, I didn't touch it. Not mine." The pendant, resting gently on the kind sister's chest, flickered red, just for a second. A small, sharp sound echoed in her mind, like the tiniest crack forming inside glass. She gasped slightly. She knew it instantly. The lie didn't come from her. She looked at her sister, and the rude sister looked away for a moment too long. The pendant cracked again, almost unnoticeable, but the kind sister felt it like a sting in her heart. The day went on, but something had changed. The pendant responded to dishonesty, cracking each time the truth was twisted, even in small ways. The kind sister started noticing patterns she had never seen before. When someone lied about finishing breakfast, the pendant flickered. When someone said they didn't break the vase, the glass throbbed with a soft crackle. Even harmless lies, little excuses, small cover-ups, created tiny fractures in the glass. But the biggest fractures came from her white-faced sister. Every moment was layered with attitude, ego, and lies coated in sweetness. "I didn't take your sweater." Crack. "I didn't use your charger." Crack. "I didn't break your notebook." Crack. Each lie, no matter how small, sent a vibration to the pendant, through her heart, like a warning that the truth was slipping away between them. Days passed, and the pendant grew heavier. The cracks began to spread like spider webs, faint but visible if one looked closely enough. Yet the kind sister couldn't take it off. It felt like the pendant wasn't hurting her. It was revealing reality she had ignored for too long. One evening, the rude sister barged into her room, angry and breathless. "Where's my makeup bag? I know you hid it." I didn't take it, the kind sister replied, her voice trembling. You're lying. You're always lying. This time, the pendant didn't crack. Instead, it glowed bright blue, the color of pure truth. The rude sister flinched. For the first time, she realized something was wrong, deeply wrong. She stepped closer, eyes narrowing at the pendant. What is that thing? It shows the truth. The rude sister laughed coldly. There's no such thing. But her voice wavered. She took a step back, then another, as if sensing the pendant could see straight through her arrogance. The kind sister spoke softly. Every lie you speak cracks it. That's ridiculous. Crack. You're hurting me. Crack. I don't care. Crack. The loudest one yet. The pendant pulsed violently, glowing red like a wounded heart. The rude sister froze, her eyes widening. She felt it too, the tension in the air, the trembling energy in the room. For the first time, she sensed the consequences of her words drifting like shards of broken glass around her. Over the next days, things became worse. Lies weren't just causing cracks. They were accelerating something dangerous. The kind sister felt weak each time it splintered. Her emotions tangled. Her chest tightened. The pendant was bonded to her spirit, and every fracture drained her strength. And the rude sister, she didn't stop lying. Not because she wanted to hurt her sibling, but because lying had become second nature. She lied to avoid blame. She lied to get attention. She lied because she thought truth made her look small. She lied because she thought lies made her powerful. But power built on lies is a sandcastle. One wave destroys it. And that wave came on a stormy night. Rain hammered the windows as the sisters argued again. This time louder, sharper, filled with years of swallowed pain. The rude sister yelled, I've never hated you. Crack. I don't ruin everything. Crack. I'm not the reason Mom cried last week. Crack, crack, crack. The pendant shook violently, glowing like a dying star. The kind sister gasped, clutching it, feeling her heart being pulled, drained, weakened. The rude sister watched in horror as the crack spread like lightning across the glass. Stop lying, the kind sister whispered. I'm not. The pendant shattered, a sound like breaking soul, breaking trust, breaking something deeper than glass echoed through the room. The pieces didn't fall. They dissolved into shimmering dust and rushed into the air, swirling around both sisters before disappearing like breath in winter air. The kind sister collapsed to her knees, tears falling before she even understood what she was feeling. The rude sister stood frozen, her heart pounding, her lies finally catching up to her in a storm she couldn't escape. And in the silence that followed, for the first time in her life, the rude sister said something true. I'm sorry. The words were small, fragile, trembling, yet powerful. More powerful than every lie she had ever spoken. The kind sister looked up, her eyes soft but exhausted. I know. And for the first time, the rude sister realized that truth doesn't make you smaller. It makes you real. It makes you human. And humanity is stronger than any lie. A glass heart is fragile. But real hearts, they don't break because of the truth. They break because of lies. One lie may seem harmless. One excuse may feel small. One twist may feel smart. But every lie, no matter how tiny, cracks trust. And trust, once cracked, never returns the same. The rude sister learned something powerful. When you lie to others, you're not just hurting them. You're weakening yourself. You're creating a version of you that doesn't exist. You're running from reality. But reality always catches up. And the kind sister? She learned that protecting your heart doesn't mean accepting lies. It means recognizing when truth is the only thing worth holding on to, even if it's painful. The real moral is simple. Tell the truth, even when it's hard. Apologize, even when your ego resists. Love honestly, speak honestly, live honestly. Because once the glass heart shatters, you don't lose a pendant. You lose a relationship. You lose trust. You lose a piece of yourself. Truth heals. Lies destroy. And every person chooses every day which path they walk.